Okay, so I got some interesting things, a little speculation, but it is what it is. Let me get to the points and the facts. What I'm seeing here. There's a lot of information. I know they made it quick, but that isn't being talked about. But so they take let's just skip past the bonding curve of smart contract stuff. But they take a input token. So let's just say it's XRP, and ultimately the and it outputs a new token, which I guess it's this XOR or whatever the fuck it is. It could be anything. So that implies it sells or swaps. So there's got to be some form of speed there, right? Um, well, theoretically, I mean, I guess if you sell the token and they're making a token, that price can be whatever. But I would have to say it's pretty efficient. It sounds like it. So ultimately, and then you go to um, this creates a plethora of possibility variations to drive an exciting area of research. I don't know about that. This sounds like it's all coming down to one thing, and that's liquidity, like a treasury or something. Just mass liquidity is what they're trying to striving for here. I don't know about this research, but I know they go on to. But in Sora, I believe I'm saying that way, we use a simple model where there are two linear functions, a buy price function and a sell price function, which is pretty much exactly what was said previously. They're just being a little more transparent and clear and simplification, right? And then they go on to say, in simple words, that and that's very clear what they said. The token bonding curve is essentially an infinitely liquid, decentralized bank. Now this is bold, and it's printed bold, and there's a reason for it because it's not. I mean, once we put decentralized, and I guess the rules change, government doesn't control it, But if we get to what a central bank actually is, central banks, control like. Let's get into. I wrote some things down. Um, the supply of money, the printing of money, interest rates. They do all these things. However, with the bonding curve, in an odd, weird way, that's all could correlate, which makes it work like a central bank, except they're not overseeing banks. They're not doing all this. I think it's I think it's a strong statement that has similarities. They're sisters, they're not twins. They're definitely not fucking brothers. But here's the other part. Let's get into this. This is sounding like something familiar, something we talked about a couple months ago. At any time, you can buy a newly minted XOR. All they're saying is you can put money in our bank. This XOR is a bank. That's it. Okay? We can call it a token. I believe maybe XRP is trying to do that with their holdings. Ripple is with their holdings, which once again is correlated. But Ripple already has all these holdings. They're trying to accumulate holdings in a decentralized platform, so they don't get in the trouble Ripple did. Okay, with holding so many tokens. So ultimately, when they say newly minted XOR, all they're saying is banked money. Okay, that's like code for we have money, liquidity. Okay, and what's beautiful is, at any time you can buy a newly minted XOR from the token bonding curve using some specific reserve asset. Now, that could mean a lot of things too, but what the most important thing is what they're referencing is something of value that can be sold quick, and then they could put it in their bank, their XOR bank, okay? And then, or you can sell your XOR token, which are instantly burned. So they go down. So now that bank is losing money. So if you got if they have $1 million in liquidity, and you sell, if Minus Wells dumps, they've only got 500,000. So now all of us are fucked. feeling a little Ponzi-ish, because they're incentivizing you to hold. And they go on, they state it clearly, which are instantly burned for one of burned for one of those assets. Meaning you can get your asset back out. You can get your ass out. So you're gonna sell, you know, you're gonna pull your XOR. Okay, you're not really selling XOR. What you're doing is you're pulling your money out of their account. Okay, and then what you can do is buy that asset, you know, on the other side. Remember what I said, on the other side. Furthermore, because the token bond, and they paraphrase this, the token bonding curve pricing function slopes upward, which is great. The price will increase. The token's supply. No. Yes, there's a token attached to it, which makes it legit. But what that means is the bonding curve slopes upward because there's liquidity in the bank that you deposited money. Your XOR is a deposit into a bank of liquidity. It goes upward, the curve does, because there's more money. See how they throw that on right after they tell you that you can sell these, assets, for the asset of your choice, to act like that doesn't hurt the curve going upward, but it does. Because what they go on to state further, because the bonding curve price function slopes upward, the price increases with the token supply. So that's awesome, because it makes why not just hold? That's what they want too, because they have all your liquidity. What are they doing with that liquidity though? Are they reinvesting it like a central bank? And what if their investments are bad? But anyways, let's just say they're not. Maybe they're just their win is the XOR token, which means they're in it with us. They're in bed with us. So that's a good thing. It's a question, is this company. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just throwing information out. Okay. With the token supply, keep always in mind, once again, saying the same thing, that with a token bonding curve, XOR price and supply are correlated and they move accordingly. So when you go back to the part where it says using the bonding curve, where is it? Earlier it says the bonding curve, moves the price upward. It's just now said it can go downward. But what's really interesting about this is pretty much as long as people are putting their money in the XOR bank, your prices are going to go up and it's going to be great. And people aren't going to want to sell because their price is going to keep going up. So kind of Ponzi, but kind of a quick, good way to make money too. I like the fact that it goes up with supply. Next video.